You know what? I think I'm gonna do my shopping here today. Trying to get the hell out of Weebles. Take a couple of days for the margins. These sons of bitches. Like I go to the grocery store, I pay them money. I don't expect them to go to the fucking bank and be like, wait a minute, $2 for that tomato, you're gonna have to hold your ass for 2 days. Fucking ass.
This video is sponsored by NordVPN. Get stick.
This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna go straight off to the unit measurement. He's gonna say something I gotta do about here, where I was like, I gotta do it.
Greetings, I'm Shad, and I need to talk to you about one of the most significant and important weapons in all human history. So much so that recently I have found it is grossly underappreciated, not only in the historical context, but even in a modern context. And what weapon? Well, you probably, figured it out by now. Stick. The almighty, the glorious, the wonderful stick. Now, I'm not saying the stick is the best weapon in the world, not by a long shot. In fact, there are many weapons that are better than it. Though, in terms of how much better, well, it kind of depends, actually, because a mace, is better, but in some cases only marginally so. If it's a shorter mace,
Cut it in half, put a chain on it, it's nunchucks.
well, that can arguably produce about as much force as a larger,
which come up later
girthy stick, So it actually depends, because sticks actually come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. And you think the stick is a stick? Well, the actual diameter of the stick matters, the type of wood or material that is made out of, because the weight matters, and of course, the length matters. And so you can get pretty pathetic little sticks, but you can also get big, large, meaty, girthy sticks that you can just wrap around the shaft and really swing it around.
Make it out of metal, it's now a katana, or broadsword, or
you want
Roman,
a big stick. As good old Teddy Roosevelt said, speak softly and carry a big stick. That man knew what was up. Even the follow-up line of that is, and you will go far.
This is your new one.
He got stick. Good on him, So let's break it down a little bit. First of all, I think you need to give stick props for the fact that it is actually the foundation of so many other important weapons, The mace,
Project
look at
Blue
the spear, look at the Bector Corbin, look at the halberd. You can even say the sword to a certain extent, but I think actually the sword, even in jest when I'm joking around,
That's copper
the sword
rock.
is not really a stick-like weapon,
That's
It's
rock.
too far removed, because
That's
one of
rock.
the advantages of stick is that you can grab it any length of the shaft that you want, Like, grab it anywhere you want. So swords have advantages and limitations, but if you look at, other things, like spears, halberds, maces, any shafted weapon, axes.
The math problem,
axes,
three blue,
goodness.
one brown's gonna come at you with. It's hot on cold, but it doesn't have uniform entropy on this end of the math that equals zeros and one. You're dead.
The stick
You're
by
dead.
itself
You're dead.
is a phenomenal weapon. Now, you need to think about this, because when you look at stick as a weapon, you're also going to be looking at really other important weapons that we use heaps, like the club, also the cane, the baton, and other things like that. And the mace is very, depending on the type of mace, because sometimes you can get a really big 4-inch mace, but sometimes you can get really small maces, with a small kind of, mace head. They're not too far removed from a glorious, good old stick. And then there are kind of glorified sticks, some that we've covered on this channel already, like the Gottendag. That is basically a club with a metal top and a spike. It's like
when it comes up, you'll know what to do.
You don't need too much variation to just upgrade the stick tremendously. Now, is the stick worse than all these other variants? Of course it is. I'm not saying the stick is better.
Why are you close to me?
Differences
Quit touching
are
me.
not nearly as much as some people might assume. The lethality that you can get out of a stick is tremendous, and it comes with very few detriments, If it's a good, strong, girthy stick, it's not going to break on you too easily. It's going to do the job that you want. Unlike really poor physically disabled sticks that were intentionally broken, and this comes with a whole host of problems. Some people have said that my analysis of the nunchuck as inferior sticks were unfair, because you can compare any weapon to a superior weapon, and by that metric it's worse, like compare a stick or a sword to a gun. That's not the point. Of course, better weapons make other weapons inferior. I'd never say a stick is better than a sword or a gun or stuff like that. But the key point of comparison is how lethal they are in comparison to these other better weapons, and how many problems, if any, actually comes with it. And if the lethality that you can gain out of such a weapon is only comparable to other weapons of similar size and mass, and it comes with a whole host of other problems, and indeed some ways in which your ability to attack gets nullified completely, that kind of makes it a garbage weapon.
Rock move fast? in space? You know, I heard about that fancy black magic.
Situations. And then there is also the ease of manufacture, finding it. It's not hard to get a stick. And so right back to the dawn of time, almost, okay, I'm exaggerating, but one of the first weapons we picked
historic
up,
models. And if you're not in the Treasury, the War Room, Underworld,
now, rock is a good
or running the Navy,
maybe I need to look at rocks a bit more later. So really, the stick is a bit underappreciated in my opinion, even in the historical kind of review, and we look at fancy and other things like that, because I don't see many adventurers picking a good old club, which is just differently shaped stick. It tapers up to a wider head, right?
Ooh, math's tough.
Spherical dice sets designed for RPGs and tabletop games.
That's right.
At 25mm.
Few people use a good old club, but still the club is great. But I get it because there are more.
We did 5 minutes, brother. 5 minutes to stick from the. It felt good with my. I think we got enough stick here. I imagine.
Sticks are grossly underappreciated in the modern context.